Hi everyone. Hope you had a great day today and that you had an awesome Monday. It's Tuesday. Sometimes Mondays are hard to get through, but it went by really fast for us, didn't it? We had a lot of fun yesterday, and today's Tuesday. So we're getting that much closer to Friday. And we're just going to have an awesome week, guys. So, and today's a special day because Joy comes today. Oh, you guys are going to love me. You guys are going to love hanging out with Joy again. So I have something in my hands. You are probably wondering why I have a basketball. Well, let me tell you a little bit about this basketball. I am not someone who plays a lot of basketball. I played a little bit of it in college, and it was just for fun with other college friends of mine, but I'm not really a basketball player. So this ball that I have right here, this is just something that I keep on my shelf over there. So I don't really go to basketball games and win or anything like that. So in my hands right now, this basketball is not really worth much. It's worth maybe $15. But what if I didn't have the basketball in my hands? What if the basketball was in the hands of LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Stephen Curry? What if the basketball was in their hands? Ooh, now see, those guys know how to play basketball. Those guys are professionals at playing basketball. So in their hands, if this ball was in their hands, lots of basketball games could be won. Championships could be won. And in their hands, this basketball right here would not be worth about $15. Oh, it would probably be worth hundreds of dollars. So it's the same basketball, but it depends on whose hands it is in. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Whose hands is your life in right now? Is your life in your hands, or is your life in God's hands? Well, in our story about Ruth and Naomi, Ruth did not choose to take life into her own hands. She chose to let God guide. Remember, she did something that was kind of scary. She did not leave Naomi and go back to her own family. She went with Naomi. And then, not only that, but she went to this new place with Naomi and started working. And started working in the fields and picking grain. That was kind of a scary thing for her to have to do, to go to this brand new place and do all and work in a big old field. But she did it because she put her life in God's hands. She trusted God. You know, sometimes it's hard for us to trust someone. Have you ever played the game where you have someone stand and hold their arms out, and then you fall back into their hands and you don't look, like you close your eyes? Ooh, that's a scary game, because when you're standing in front of them, you don't know if you're going to fall on the ground. You don't know if you're going to fall in their arms. You have to trust them. You have to trust that they're going to catch you. Well, that's hard to do. And it is hard to trust God sometimes. Sometimes we can doubt that He's going to take care of us like He took care of Ruth. But Ruth learned that God would take care of her, and we can learn that, and we can learn the same truth. And we can learn that God is going to give us all the things that we need. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about that. I want to read it to you. All right, listen carefully. This is from Psalm 37, verse 3 through 6. Okay? Trust in the Lord and do good. Then you will live in the land and enjoy its food. Find your delight in the Lord. Then He will give you everything your heart really wants. Commit your life to the Lord. Here is what He will do if you trust in Him. He will make the reward for your godly life shine like the dawn, and He will make the proof of your honest life shine like the sun at noon. All right, so let's go back to this. Remember, in my hands, this basketball really doesn't mean anything. It's just like a toy even. And I just keep this on my shelf. But if I were to put it in the hands of LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Michael Jordan, oh man, this basketball will be worth a lot. And this basketball could do a lot. In your hands, in my hands, my life is not going to be as wonderful as it could be if I put my life in the hands of God. Your life, if your life is in your hands, if you're the one that's taking care of your life and you're not putting your trust in God, your life is not going to be as wonderful as if it were in the hands of God. And that verse just told us, not only are we going to be cared for, but God's going to give us everything that we want. How wonderful is that to know that God is going to give you everything that you want? Think of something that you would really like to have. What is something that you would really like to have? Is it a dog? Is it a certain kind of food? What is it? What would you really, really, really like to have? Well, God gives us things that bring us joy. So God is going to give you a lot of things in your life that's going to make you happy. But when you don't put your trust in God and you don't try to follow God, well, that may not happen. That may not happen for you. So let's be focusing this week on how we can trust God no matter what we face. All right, and on that note, let's do our memory verse. Okay, you've had time to eat your snack. And so if you'll put it down and say the memory verse with me a couple times. Are you ready? What should we say then? Since God is on our side, who can be against us? Romans 8, verse 31. All right, try it with the motions. Okay, ready? What should we say then? Since God is on our side, who can be against us? Romans 8, verse 31. All right, one more time. What should we say then? Since God is on our side, who can be against us? Romans 8, verse 31. All right, lovely job, guys. Okay, so let me tell you about what you're about to do. So you're about to, number one, listen to the song, Jesus, You're My Best Friend. And then what you're going to do this with your teacher in your classroom. Your teacher is going to ask if you guys remember a rule. And we're going to see if your class can name all the 14 rules. Okay? You got to work together on this as a team. So let's see if you can name all the 14 rules together after you listen to Jesus, You're My Best Friend. All right, guys, remember, I love you, we love you, and God loves you. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Oh, I almost forgot. How could I forget? We did not say happy birthday to Maylee yesterday. So, yesterday was not Maylee's birthday. The day before was Maylee's birthday. So, when you see Maylee, make sure that you tell Maylee, happy birthday, Maylee. And if you're in the classroom right now with her, it would be super duper special if you all were to stop the video and to say, Happy birthday, Maylee, to her all together. All right, guys. I'm going to say this again because it's very, very special. I love you, we love you, and God loves you. Have a great Tuesday.